Hi. With one suicide every 40 seconds in the world, suicide prevention is one of the most important topics that we need to be aware of. Today, when the entire nation of India is shocked with a celebrity committing suicide under very unfortunate circumstances, it is important that we keep our eyes and ears open and learn more about suicide prevention. Let us first understand why people commit suicide. There are many myths, many stories, many judgments around those who attempt or commit suicide. Let us understand nobody wants to die, but attempting suicide or thinking of suicide is a cry for help. It is a desperate attempt to escape unbearable suffering. The individual is often going through overwhelming feeling of hopelessness, of worthlessness, of loneliness, and is unable to see any solution in the situation that he or she finds himself or herself in. Hence, it is important to see that this is a cry for help. Let us first learn about recognizing the warning signs. What signs in the individual can make us think twice and try to see if everything is fine with the person or not? So the first is changes in behavior. Are there certain drastic changes in behavior, such as withdrawal, such as staying alone in one's room, such as sad mood, such as visible distress or dysfunctionality? Dysfunctionality refers to not being able to do the normal routine work, socializing, job, occupation, whatever they were normally doing in their lives. The next warning sign is talking about or discussing the topic of death, talking about self-harm, sharing about other stories of self-harm. Yet another sign is expressing through art or whatever their hobby is, either through drawings or through pictures or through paintings or writing or poetry, anything related to death or dying. Presence of mental illness or substance abuse is yet another sign that you need to be aware of, careful of. Besides that, seeking things that can lead to or that can be used for self-harm or suicide is another warning sign. If somebody is, say, collecting sedatives, if somebody is collecting sharp objects, if any of these things which can be dangerous, which can be used for self-harm is seen around a person and where they're not supposed to be, then it can be taken as a warning sign. Besides that, breakups, heartbreaks, situations in which the person is not showing normal coping behavior can be a sign. And one more important thing is that if the individual is using words or saying goodbyes in one way or the other. So these are some very significant signs around the people who are contemplating or thinking about suicide. Important thing is that if you see these warning signs in someone whom you know amongst family or friends, what is to be done? First important thing is, as soon as you observe this in somebody, please talk about your concern, about your observation to the person. Yes, actually talk about suicide to that person, that I am worried in seeing these signs in you. Often people say, and there is myth about it, that if we talk to people about suicide, they might get ideas. But this is not true. Since it is a cry for help, if you go and talk about it to someone who's contemplating, it might actually turn helpful. So talk about your observations and concerns and listen carefully to whatever the individual's feelings are. Discuss their emotions, their feelings. Also remember not to minimize or not to deny the feelings of the other person. Often what happens is that the person who's not feeling mentally well finds even simpler sensitive issues as big in their minds. But that's their true feelings. We cannot deny or minimize that. That might be too much of a setback or hurtful to the individual. So listen to them, be empathetic, and do not minimize their feelings. Next is express your support. Express your support in taking that person to the mental health professional as soon as possible. Discuss the steps, discuss the urgency and immediate need to do that. Another very important thing to remember is inform the family, whoever that person is living with friends or with close family members. They must all be informed that this is what is happening in the mind of the individual. Please be around until you find that this person is completely safe. These are the things you need to do if it is happening to someone. However, if you see these signs present in your own self, first thing to do right now, immediately, if you are having any thoughts of self-harm, is to inform. However uncomfortable it gets, please inform your closest friends and your family members. Let them know that this is what is happening to you. Number 2, insist, plan, find out immediate ways of accessing a professional's help. Yes, you need a psychiatric evaluation, treatment, and after that, consistent psychotherapy to learn to deal with the situations, thoughts, and feelings. However, if it's difficult to find psychiatrist or psychologist immediately, please remember there are 24/7 running suicide helplines in whichever part of the globe you live. So just Google suicide helpline near me and you'll find one or the other available number. At the end of this video, I am showcasing just a few that I could Google search for you, some of the helplines available in India, but whichever part of the world you are, these helplines exist. So remember, it is a problem, it is an illness, it is a disease like any other physical disease, and help is available. You have every right to live a joyful, solution-based life. Remember, it is not insane. It is not those who are out of their senses who get mental health professionals' help, but it is someone who understands that I am important. It is someone who can see, who can sense the need for treatment, need for help. Each one of us have the right to seek help, and support is available. Just look up and take help and stay safe. You are precious, and those around us, our friends and family, everybody's life is important. We just need to be aware and awake. Thank you.